Timberwolves' third time seeing the 6th seed Dallas Mavericks, this time losing by 7 on the road. And it's their first time seeing Luka and Kyrie together, although they would be missing their stud rookie, Derek Lively. And the first 2 games that the Timberwolves had won, they beat just Luka, no Kyrie, and then the second game they had neither of them and pulled out an ugly win. And this was a great game, actually. The Timberwolves were really doing some great things, as well as the Mavericks. That offense that they have is just kind of unstoppable. You get 35 points from Kyrie, 34 from Luka, and their stars really showed up. But on the Wolves side, I really want to talk about our star, Anthony Edwards. I skim over his performances a lot this season, it feels like, because I just expect him to be as good as he has been. And I think he might go down as the best home run hitter associated with this organization. That's something that Chris Finch describes him as a lot. He makes the big play all the time. And a lot, you would think of that offensively. The poster dunks, the pull-up threes, the turnaround bank shots. And we see all of those. But we also have to realize this dude's a defensive home run hitter. He's a gold glove. Like, he picks both Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic's pockets in this one in isolation. Additionally, the block that he gets in clutch time against Kyrie Irving, who goes into a fake half spin post fadeaway, and he blocks that fadeaway with the ball being a fair amount out of Kyrie's hands. Usually those blocks, you get the timing just right, almost a high five block. But no, that ball is out, and he still swats it back. Like, Ant makes some absurd defensive plays that just you don't see out of most other people. And so I want to give him his respect, because the consistency of his scoring has been unbelievable, as well as the defensive presence that he can show on ball is also special. I just want us to realize how blessed we are with this dude. And if you watch this team on a regular basis, you gotta have that thought. Another person that should be commended for their performances in this game, Naz Reid, back out there making Luka proud.
I think there was one X factor, Naz Reid.
In and out trouble.
And I was thinking for a moment that our second star, Karl Anthony Towns, was gonna answer the bell in this one. He had an all-right game, but you still see kind of the same things with Cat foul problems. He picked up his third foul right before the end of the first half, and then picks up his fourth foul 18 seconds in to the second half. And then there's a stretch in that fourth quarter, about midway through. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic are just putting in tough buckets. Anthony Edwards also matching. And then I'm like, oh damn. Karl Anthony Towns, he hits a 3. Then immediately he gets an and 1. Cat's answering this? Cat's stepping up to match Kyrie and Luka along with Ant? But then he picks up a foul right after the and 1. After that point, I think he missed either 3 or 4 threes in a row, and his presence on offense was not able to match up with Kyrie, who was torching, hit a bunch of tough threes, and we had a stretch where we were up by 6 points with 3.5 minutes left in that game. Mavs go on an 11-0 run over the next 3 minutes. We aren't able to execute in clutch time, which has been a strength of the Wolves this season, but had some really bad turnovers, especially Rudy had multiple really bad passes in this game, and 5 turnovers in total for him. Jaden McDaniels also had a corner 3 that would have been huge that he missed, 1 of 10, and it's been a rocky season for Jaden. The offense is up and down a lot. He's had his regular foul issues. Actually, Karl Anthony Towns and Jaden McDaniels are tied for the most disqualifications from fouls in the NBA this season, along with, I think, Jonas Valanciunas. And there hasn't been the steady improvement we've seen from Jaden in previous seasons translating into this one. I mean, the skill's there, the talent's there, the execution and consistency not following suit, and the maturity not where you'd like it either. And that doesn't mean that that's not going to happen, but it has yet to this point. But the team is still in the 1 seed, and even with a subpar season thus far from Jaden McDaniels, at least expectation-wise, as well as I'd say that for Karl Anthony Towns, 2 of our most important starters, we're still doing pretty solid. Got the L tonight against a great team on the road. We weren't able to make enough shots to compete with this team. You're not going to beat Kyrie and Luka on their home gym when you miss 8 free throws, shoot 60%, 31% from 3, and I think it was 44% from the floor for us. we just weren't making a lot of shots. We actually contribute a lot more on offensive rebounds than we just about ever do, 18 in this game. It's not like a punishing, discouraging loss in that one, but we don't have any easier games coming up here, as we've got the Magic and the Celtics on the road in a back-to-back setting for our next couple games. And then finally, we're playing a sub-500 team in Portland, which we haven't for a long time. But got 2 more tough games coming up. It would be sweet to be able to get at least one of those and hopefully avoid a losing streak. Maybe just one all season long of 2 games. How about that? Huh? I don't know. I don't know if we're entirely out of our slump despite that Houston game. But we looked solid tonight. Just couldn't finish it. All right, that's it. Peace.